Pluto is planning on retrograding on May 1st. So this is what I was talking about earlier, is it's dipping its toe into Aquarius to let us know what its capabilities are, or what it's going to try to do over the next 20 years. Then it's going to go back into Capricorn. So this is the beginning of that transition of, here's the news, and now we're going to, get comfortable with that, or figure out what you need to do, or what's going to be changing. And then it's going to be going back into Capricorn. So Pluto is turning retrograde. I'm not so sure if the redoing is really what it's trying to get us to accomplish.
If you have planets at the very late degrees of Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, which is ironic because these are all placements that have just been kind of had that shocking or sudden kind of maybe flipping of the table with the solar eclipse. Now Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So anybody with planets late degrees of the cardinal signs, so Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, it's all happening. Pluto will actually move back into Capricorn, looks like the 11th of June, and it will not come back into Aquarius until January 20th next year. So we're going to have another good 6 months of Pluto in Capricorn, and I think it gets as far back as about 28, maybe 27 degrees of Capricorn.
You've been to Capricorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as Pluto can move.
Yeah, it moves so slowly. It is a generational planet, but if you have planets at those very late degrees of the cardinal signs, you'll probably feel this much more than most people.
Right. And it's readdressing things. So whatever might have happened, from 2012, 2008, when did Pluto go into Capricorn?
Yeah, January 2008, I think it first went into Capricorn. So yeah.
So you might be addressing some of those issues that you were dealing with from 2008 till the present, because Pluto's going into Capricorn, or Pluto's retrograding. So it's asking you to readdress some of those issues or events that have happened way back then. So if you did not take care of them, whatever they were, I have no idea, because Pluto moves so slow. You really are like, was that a Pluto thing, or was that, a Mars thing? So whatever Pluto is asking you to readdress, whatever. So whatever changes that you haven't yet done that may have started back in 2008, you go, that's what that was. Now I know what Pluto was trying to get me to do.
Yeah, and when Pluto, this applies for, Uranus and Neptune too, because they move so slowly, sometimes, and if we allow, say, a 1, maybe up to a 3-degree orb for them kind of hovering over a natal planet, it can go over it like 5 times. So sometimes they say it takes until the 5th time till you really can kind of look back and say, oh, that's what that was all about. But if you've got planets at those late degrees, particularly the late degrees, as Donna said, this has been in Capricorn since 2008. So there'll be a general kind of wrapping up of those topics associated with that house for a lot of people. But if you have planets at the very late degrees of those cardinal signs, it's kind of just finishing it off. And this may be the 4th or maybe even the 5th pass over it for some people. Well, probably the 4th, because it's got to come back when? January. So, late December, early January, it's moving very slowly. You're just going to have to wait it out.
It'll get there. It's nice to get a feel of what is going to be going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.